guys, so having had Freeway in my collection for a couple of years and not managing to actually produce any babies from him, I did a couple of Freeway to Yellow Belly clutches last year, didn't hit Freeway. So this year I've gone out and put the Freeway to Ivory and a Yellow Belly Spider. That clutch is still in the incubator, but the Ivory clutch has hatched. And you'll see that in a minute. I cut it yesterday and today they're all out, so they were very ready to come out. And as usual, as it usually is with my ball pythons, I've got a weird one in the clutch. I've got a really strange coloured Freeway, don't know what it is, doesn't look like a pastel. I really don't know what it is. So it's from a Freeway, which is just a normal Freeway, to an Ivory. The Ivory I bought from Terry at Genetic Gems. I've spoken to him, he's not aware there's any other gene in it. But you'll see this animal coming up, so not really sure what it is. Someone suggested Enchi from the photograph that I put on Facebook yesterday, but I've looked at a lot of Enchi Freeways and it doesn't look anything like that. I wish it was an Enchi Freeway because they're really nice, but I don't know what it is. Very pale, very pasty looking, very different looking, excuse the phone. So without further ado, I will show you this clutch being cut and then being washed and potted. Now I've turned my phone off. Thanks for watching. Hi guys, today I've got a clutch of eggs from an Ivory to a Freeway. I haven't documented anywhere that I've mated her to anything else, so hopefully we should have some Freeways. There's two heads poking out, and I already know they're going to be Ivories, so we'll see what the other four are. I say I know they're going to be Ivories, it looks like an Ivory to me. Okay, so let's get this guy out first. These keen to say hello to the world. Put your head in, that's it. So there we have an Ivory. Okay, and I'm pretty sure this one's an Ivory as well. Always handy to have in your collection if you've got stuff that's allelic to Yellow Belly. Your odds of hitting what you're aiming for are far better if you're using Ivory, hence why I used Ivory for this. Again, another Ivory, it's cool. Mr. Verl, Lee Verl's always moaning he can't get Ivories, so maybe he might want one or two of these, if they're girls. Right, big turgid eggs. These have pipped, and this end was nearer their heat source, so these guys should be ready to rock and roll if their brothers and sisters are. Loads and loads of goo. I can feel the baby quite obviously underneath my hand. Right. That is a Freeway. Yay! Excellent. First Freeway I've ever hatched. Very nice. Awesome. I need a female one of those, if I can get one. Look at the next egg. This one's kicking away well underneath my fingers. And that looks like another Ivory. And it is. Anyone need any Ivories? I'm going to have plenty of Ivories this year. Okay, so that's 3 out of 4 Ivories so far. Oop, God, that was gooey. Oh, that one looks like an Ivory as well. Yep. See, the blood vessels are well and truly fallen away on these. They're ready to come out. So, Mr. Vel, look, this is how you do it. This is how you hatch Ivories. Not how you hatch Freeways. Oh, that was a gusher, that one. This would be really nice if this one's a Freeway at least. Get more than one. And ta-da! It is. Excellent. So Freeway. Very different, these two Freeways. One of them's really pale and light. The other one's really dark like a normal Freeway. I don't know what's going on with that one. It's very light though. It was a normal Freeway to just a standard ivory, as far as I'm aware. The ivory came from Terry Walcock at Genetic Gems. I don't think there's anything else in it, but you never know. So there we go, nice clutch, 2 Freeways and 4 ivories, Mr. Vel. There you go. So I'll do an update video in a few days time when these guys have popped out, and we'll have a look at those Freeways side by side. Have a look at the volume of goo that's come out of literally just 6 eggs. Ooh, nearly poured it all over them. So that's what I've been pouring into the box as I've been cutting the eggs over the boxes. So I'm glad I started doing it this way. It kind of keeps all that nastiness off of them. I know it's sterile at the moment, but after a few days I'm sure it won't be so nice. Anyway, thanks very much, and I'll do an update soon. Okay guys, so here they are. This is my Freeway to ivory clutch. 6 eggs, all hatched. They were due actually not until tomorrow, so they're a couple of days early. So the weirdness in my incubator continues. I've got thermometers on each level. I've got my thermostats bolted in the middle so they don't move about. I've got thermometers inside the boxes, and I've got thermometers outside the boxes. And the temperatures doesn't really vary by less than about by more than about half of a degree from top to bottom. So I don't know why I've got various different hatch rates, but I have. Okay, so there's the odd colour ivory that I was talking about. That's ivory, talking out my arse now. That's the odd coloured Freeway I was talking about, and this is the normal coloured one. I suspect it's a pastel, but it doesn't look like any pastel I've really looked at before. So I'm just going to give these guys a little bit of a wash. I have hatched pastel ivories before, but I can't really see it in any of these guys. They normally have a really yellow head and a very yellow tip to the tail, with some like bluey mauvey colouring over them. And that's how I see it. It may not be bluey mauvey, but to me it is, being as I've mentioned before, colourblind. This does have a complete dorsal stripe, a yellow dorsal stripe with some interesting colouring around it, but I'm not feeling pastel from that at all. So it'd be interesting to find out what the other gene is in that Freeway there. If we just pop this little one here, and that's a male. Okay, so that's the first ivory. I'll run through these fairly quickly because they're pretty standard looking ivories to be. Oh, I don't know. Oh, hello. That one's got a broken up dorsal stripe like a Freeway. That's weird. That could even be another Freeway. I don't know. I've not hatched enough Freeways to know. But that, if you have a look at the dorsal stripe, it's got a dorsal stripe just like the Freeways. Okay, and that one does look a bit more pastely looking. It's got a more colour on its head. I don't think the head's right for a Freeway. This is the joys of hatching stuff that you've never hatched before. No, it's not a Freeway, you know, but it is marked very similar to. And this is that bluey purpley colour that I was talking about around the dorsal stripe. So maybe it is pastel then. And it has got a much more yellower head than the first guy I showed you. Let's have a little look at this one. And that's a female. So Level, that's how you hatch female ivories. There you go. Now I've said that, the rest will all be males, of course. Let's just give that a little slush. And this one's different again. So there's very little dorsal striping at all on this one. So this is more like Mum. Mum's more like this. There's hardly any dorsal striping on her. She's just more or less pure white. Hasn't really got the yellowy head. So this is more like a standard sort of ivory. Oops. It probably went on the camera. So that's the female. Take note, Level. And this one has got the quite pronounced yellow stripe again, and a yellowy head. So I'm gonna say that either the Freeway was a pastel, or the ivory is a pastel. And that's got a very short tail, which I would say was a girl, and it is. I've got a 50-50 chance of getting it right, so I don't think my tail sex in theory is particularly that accurate, but there you go. Okay, so this is the weird one. This is the one I wasn't expecting to see. It does actually, somebody did say, Mills Fakar said it looked a bit enchified, and I think now I've got it out and I've got a bit of light on it. He's right, it is that sort of colour, but it's very different from a normal looking Freeway. That's what Dad looked like, just like that. That's really nice. I was thinking about making some Freeway clowns, so if this is a girl, I may hang on to this and watch it grow and see. If it is a pastel, it'll brighten up as it goes along. But it's a boy. Oh well. Say la vie. But I may still keep it anyway and put it into a clown or two. See what happens. That is certainly it's different from any Freeway I've seen before. But in all fairness, I haven't seen a massive amount of them. It's got like quite a lot of darkness around the broken up dorsal stripe, and then down its side it's got a great big long yellow like slash down the side there, and on the other side. Okay, so I'm going to reserve my judgment on this. I think it's possibly pastel enchy even. Who knows? But another little enigma. My clutches this year seem to be throwing out quite a lot of them. I think it's probably the amount of different dads that I've used, but I 100% only put one male into this girl. It's the only male that went in there. Same as I've also bred him to a yellow belly spider, and again he's the only male that went in there, and she did about 5 or 6 decent eggs, I think. So that's what I would expect to see from a normal looking Freeway. But actually this guy, looking at him now, is a lot darker than his dad was, and he's got the markings down the sides, but like on this one they're like a much lighter colour than the body. They're not yellow like they are on her. So I'm sure if you're watching this video and you know more about Freeways than me, which isn't hard, please feel free to comment and you know, pass on your opinions. The striping on his neck and the head is absolutely stunning. So there you go. We'll give these guys a week to shed, and I'll do an update video so you can see what they look like after the shed. I'm sure they're going to change quite a bit. Thanks for watching.